Hello everyone, welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. So today it's a very special episode because I'm talking about a player, who has over 25,000 international runs, 76 international hundreds, and over 130 international 50s. And yes, he has completed 15 years of international cricket. So I'm sure by now everyone must have guessed it right. Yes, I'm talking about the king of Indian cricket, Virat Kohli. So 18 August 2008, who would have thought that Virat Kohli would go on and become one of the greatest cricketer not only for India but throughout the cricketing history after 15 long years. Yes, so as Virat Kohli completes 15 years of international cricket, let me give you a complete turnaround of how he started his career from 2008 and what are the events that happened along with these 15 years. So watch this video till the end. So Virat Kohli's ODI numbers are staggering as he has played over 275 games with 12,800 runs in ODI cricket and then 46 international hundreds, just behind Sachin Tendulkar's record of 49 international ODI hundreds, and that average of 57 is phenomenal. And don't forget that highest score of 183 runs against Pakistan. And coming to the longest format of the game, the test matches, Virat Kohli has played over 111 test matches with 8,600 runs, and his average is just below 50, which is 49.6. And he has over 29 international test hundreds, and that includes 7 double hundreds as well. And then coming to the shortest format of the game, the T20 internationals, Virat Kohli enjoys playing T20 cricket as he has played over 115 games with over 4,000 T20 international runs, 37 50s and 1 century against Afghanistan, and that average is more than 50 with a staggering average of 52 in T20 international cricket. So in 2008, Virat Kohli, a young kid from Delhi, just after winning the World Cup for Team India, the Under-19 World Cup, which was held in Malaysia, he broke into the international arena in an ODI game against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka. And after that, he just started on to do something great for his country. And Virat Kohli continued playing ODI cricket across different venues, and in a home series against Sri Lanka, he scored a half century in Nagpur, and then it was a very special moment for Virat Kohli as he scored his maiden ODI 100 at the iconic Eden Gardens in Kolkata. In 2010, Virat Kohli continues his ODI form as he goes on to score another 3 centuries in 2010. And remember, he broke into the T20I arena as he debuted against Zimbabwe at the Harare Sports Club in Zimbabwe. So 2011 was a year of special milestones for Virat Kohli as it was a World Cup year for Team India, and Virat Kohli was making his debut in a World Cup. And remember, in his first debut World Cup game, Virat Kohli smashed a century against Bangladesh, and then on the night of the final at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai, he scored a valuable knock of 35 odd runs, and India clinched glory in the 2011 World Cup in Mumbai. And also, Kohli had debuted in Test match against West Indies at the Sabina Park in Jamaica. So 2012, India was touring Australia, and there Virat Kohli, he showed his aggression against the Aussie bowlers and against the Aussie crowd as well. And yet again, Kohli had proved why bowlers should not make Virat Kohli angry while he's batting on the crease, and he answered it in style by scoring his maiden Test 100 against Australia at the Adelaide Oval in Adelaide. And also in the very same year, we have to remember Virat Kohli's special knock of 133 runs of just 86 deliveries when India were chasing some 320 odd runs in 38 overs against Sri Lanka in the Commonwealth Bank Series in Australia to keep themselves alive. And it was because of Virat Kohli, the run machine, who helped India chase down the target very easily. And then in 2013, India were playing the Champions Trophy, and Virat Kohli was playing really well in the Champions Trophy, and leading up into the final, he was the top scorer, scoring 40 odd runs against England, and that was a rain-marred match as India and England had played a 20-over game in the 50-over Champions Trophy final, and eventually India were victorious in that final, and Virat Kohli had a special hand to play in the final of the Champions Trophy. So 2014, India was touring England for a 5-match test series when MSD was the captain, and it was a horrid time for Team India and a pathetic series for Virat Kohli, as he had averaged just 13.4 in 10 innings across the 5 matches in England against England. And I mean, everyone describes that 2014 India tour to England was the lowest phase of Virat Kohli's career, as everything he was playing, it was going into the hands of the slip fielder. So in late 2014, when India was touring Australia for the Border Gavaskar Trophy, it was MSD who was the skipper that time, but then abruptly MSD had called it quits, and then Virat Kohli was the new skipper for Team India to lead India in test matches. And so Virat Kohli had the opportunity to lead Team India against Australia at the Sydney Cricket Ground in Sydney, and he showed it in style by scoring a century at the Sydney Cricket Ground. 2016 was arguably the best year for Virat Kohli in T20 cricket, as he scored some fantastic knocks in the 2016 T20 World Cup, and then against Australia he scored a match-defining innings of 80 odd runs that knocked out Australia out of the T20 World Cup. And also to mention, he had a fantastic IPL in 2016, scoring 973 runs with 4 IPL centuries, and till now no one is able to break that record of 973 runs in a single edition of IPL season. 2017, Virat Kohli had an extraordinary year because he was the first captain ever to score 10 international hundreds in a single calendar year. And then coming to the next year, 2018, Virat Kohli, he made really good amends of the demons he had in the 2014 India tour of England, as he responded back with 200s and 350s against England in a 5-match test series. And it was the same year when Virat Kohli had reached the pinnacle of the test rankings, as he became the #1 test batsman in the world in 2018. And yes guys, he scored 11 international hundreds in 2018 as well. So at the end of 2018, when India was touring Australia for the Border Gavaskar Trophy, it was once again Virat Kohli who was leading Team India. And then 4 years after he started his captaincy tenure in Test cricket, he achieved one of the greatest feats in Indian Test cricket history, and that is winning a Test series against Australia in the Australian soil. And it was Virat Kohli, first Indian captain ever to win a test series against Australia, lifting the Border Gavaskar trophy. And that was a moment when everyone had to settle that yes, he was one of the best Indian test captain ever India has produced. 2020, so after the pandemic and also during that time, Virat Kohli had a slump in form and everyone was waiting for 100 from Virat Kohli, and that did not happen. And in the Border Gavaskar trophy as well, India had recorded the lowest ever total in Test cricket history, as they were shot out for just 36 runs in Adelaide Oval. And then coming to 2021, so India had to play the T20 World Cup where Virat Kohli was leading Team India, but then India were knocked out by Pakistan, and this was the first time ever Pakistan had defeated India in a World Cup game. And after that, Virat Kohli had stepped down as the T20I captain of Team India. And soon after, he also resigned his captaincy tenure from his IPL franchisee, Royal Challengers Bangalore. And so Virat Kohli had left the T20I captaincy and the RCB captaincy as well. So in 2022, Virat Kohli took a break from cricket, and that was really much needed for Virat Kohli. And after that, in Asia Cup, everyone's most awaited century from Kohli, and it came against Afghanistan in Asia Cup. And soon after, in the ICC T20 World Cup, he scored a classic and all-time memorable knock of 80 odd runs against Pakistan at MCG with over 90,000 people in that cricket ground. And Virat Kohli, I mean, that classic straight down the ground shot for 6 against Harish Rauf, that will forever remain etched in our memories, as it was like an unplayable shot for any cricketer across generations. But Kohli has proved why he is still one of the best cricketers in the world. And then this year, coming to 2023, Virat Kohli has scored centuries against Australia in the Border Gavaskar Trophy in India, and then he has scored ODI century as well, and then recently he has scored again another century against West Indies in West Indies. But then this is a very important year for Virat Kohli, because this is a World Cup year and all eyes will be glued to him. And I think by the next World Cup, he'll be around 38, so I'm not sure whether he'll still continue to play in the next World Cup, and who knows whether this might be his final ODI World Cup. So guys, will Virat Kohli finish off his career with an ICC trophy, whether it is the 50 over World Cup or maybe if he gets a chance in the next T20 World Cup as well? And with around 3 to 4 years of cricket left for Virat Kohli, if he's 100% fit, will Virat Kohli go on and break Sachin Tendulkar's record of 100 international hundreds? Mind you, currently he is on 76 international hundreds, so another 24 hundreds for Virat Kohli. Who knows? Only time will tell. That's it for now. Thanks for your time.